Alright. Hello, my amazing people, my spell slingers, my humdingers, my wonderful people. Welcome on in. I'm your Shadow Vtuber Spells. Hi, everybody. Hello. We're here, and today is another Zelda tabletop day with session 1 at last. Oh shit, I forgot my dice. I will BRB because I gotta go grab my dice. They're not that far, so everybody behave. Everybody behave because I will be able to see the computer the entire time. I just gotta go grab my backpack. Be good, children. Be good. I have my dice. They're right over here. I've got them. See, I told you I got them. They're right here, and it's very exciting. Alright, I have my dice back. Everyone's still behaving? Good. Good. We like that we're all behaving. We like that we're all doing well. Anyways, hi everyone, we're doing wonderful today. We're having a stream today. Like I said, this is the third stream of buying time. The first stream was just session 0, or session -1. It wasn't even session 0, session -1. And in session -1, we did nothing canon. Nothing in session 1 was canon. It was all just trying to figure out how the game is played and what the rules were, and kind of like doing a little test to see if anything needed to be adjusted or changed, which it did, because this is not D&D. This is a different tabletop called Zelda Reclaim the Wild. Our game is, though, being our game takes place in Ocarina of Time during the 7-year time skip when Link is asleep. And yeah, so that was the very first game we did at session -1. Session 0 was our characters asleep, being called upon by the goddess to save Hyrule, and we fought some nightmare monsters, and boy was it a nightmare. Oh, we did not do well. We did not do well at all. But nobody died, which is the important thing. And so we're at session, yeah, so we have been given our, what's the word for it? We were given our goals. We were given a battle to fight. We're all kind of hurting a little bit from the fight itself, but that's okay. We're doing good. Hi, I'm new. Oh, right. Knocking. I forgot about that. We were supposed to knock. I don't know if Sunny has knocked. I forgot about that. Anyways, point is that yeah, so we got session 0 because we all woke up after getting tramped in after getting curb stomped by some redeads. We've now all woken up in a town, and that's where we ended last time. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna be good to go. I'll be able to jump in, and like I said, we're doing this with the amazing Sanothu streams, the amazing Milia Loft. I think my collab button is still geared towards them, so oh well, it's just Milia. Let me also get Sunny in here too. Whoopsie doopsies. Anyways, you know what? I'll just shout out. I'll just shout out Sunny. But that's if you're on Twitch, you have Sunny's things. Also, Mizuki coming in with that first. I see. Oh gods, what happened? Oh, we're doing the stream together thing. That's what happened. Cool. Awesome. Stream together. I have no idea what's happening. Oh, it's being upsetty. It's being upsetty is what's happening. Anyways, Milia has one open. All right, I'm gonna need that again because I tried to do it in the wrong one. That's what happened. But I can go in. Anyways, we'll go in and join the others. Great. I know what I'm doing. I'm doing really well today. I got the three first. Someone beat me to getting millions. Oh, no. Okay, I had to accept it not in OBS. That's what I need to do. Anyways, yeah, I'm failed to load. No! Google Chrome, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. No, I don't want to. Anyways, I'm gonna just jump into the Discord so all y'all can hear everybody in the Discord and we can all have a good time and try to figure out what's going on. Anyways.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
So I'm gonna need that again because I tried to do it and Google Chrome went, window? What window? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sure. I'll send it this time. So just bear with me a second.
Nah, you're okay. You're good.
Also, you'll be the one, Mel, that has to go through and click the shared chat to start that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I couldn't find the first, so that's why I went and said, hi, I'm new.
Where? How do I do that? LOL.
So there'll be, once you're in the window that's got the pop-out that popped up, there'll be a little option under invite with that says share
start
chat.
sharing chats. There we go.
Yeah. I tried
I straight
button.
up couldn't find your first. Where was it? I couldn't find it.
Let me know if you got that that invite spells.
Not this. I did not. This is going wonderfully.
Oh, I need to shut off my alert things.
Yeah. Also, the Fujis are not open. So
the Fujis are mine.
I don't know. Apparently, the Fujis for mine aren't showing anything. Maybe I should redo the Fuji.
Just because of my issues with my audios, because I keep forgetting to go through and tweak them after, I am shutting off any of my sound alerts, guys. Except the one that's honestly kind of fitting for this.
Let me see.
Yeah, no, my reactives are not working for some reason. It's like working in...
Wait, you can only have one active collab request for channels that favorited you. Are you sure you want to swap requests? So, okay, that's interesting. It's saying I can't do two channels at once.
Do you want me to host it? Because I've got you both favorited.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, if you want to do that, Sunny, I'll go ahead and end this one.
Alright, leave the stream together, leave stream together, close it out.
And I will await for the invite.
Okay.
Okay.
Request sent to spells.
Come on, please accept it this time. Please actually work. Press. It is not working. I can't press the accept button.
There should be allowed to be more than just 2 people. There's not a limit on this, is there?
I mean, it was it was for me. I don't know what that means, but
I'm getting a something went wrong, try again. This is great. I'm loving this. I'm loving this because it's just like it's refusing to accept that it's here.
It's guests. So it does, you can do multiple. You can do multiple people. Let's see.
I don't know. It's telling me no. It's just saying something went wrong every time I try. It's like, no, something went wrong.
Poor Owl and Echo just trying to play D&D, and here we are being stream failed. R/ stream fails.
Here, let me try and have. Let me invite spells first. Let's make sure it's not something on spells' side.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, spells. I've sent you a new link.
Okay, I hit accept. I think that's worked.
It hasn't popped up another window for me.
it hasn't popped open any window for me, which is great.
This is
I
going
love that.
really well.
Yeah, it's just going fantastic.
I think it may be on your side, Smells.
No! It says you can have up to 6 people. Yeah. I don't know why.
So this
it's
should
like-
have popped up a window.
Yeah, it's... Twitch is being weird on my side. I don't know, maybe try... Like, my Fuji is broken, my Twitch is apparently broken.
Your Fuji is showing right there for me. Okay, wait a minute. I
wait.
try to refresh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
That worked.
I got it. I'm in.
That worked. I see the window. Okay, so now let me refresh Mill's side and let me knock with Mill.
Moment of truth.
Okay, I've sent the request to Mill.
All right, here we go. We have liftoff. Yippee!
We did it!
Yeah.
As the kids say, yippee.
Start sharing chat, god damn it!
That's
Yes!
a kid saying, yippee!
Let's
I'm
fucking
dead.
go!
That's funny as hell.
Okay,
right.
I'm very proud of the fact that we managed to fix it.
All
My
right.
god, Mill, so many of your things are sound alerts that your pop-ups and your power-ups and rewards is naked without them.
I know.
wow.
I know.
You only have 8 things.
Is it even 8 things? It's yeah. It's literally
There's
just the first, the pro. What's funny is that 5 of those are like basic things that come with when you get channel points. So that means only 3 of them are my original ID. Oh, it's funny.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. Let me just refresh my.
Okay, we fixed it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
For
See,
some
this
reason,
is why you have someone who's stubborn as a mule, and
Mhm.
we'll try and figure out just how in the world we can fix something. Because I
Yeah.
am stubborn as a mule.
Anybody who's ever had or met mules understands the importance of being stubborn as one.
No, I've never met a mule, but I
They're wonderful
Alright.
creatures.
yeah, for
I
some
think that's
reason though, like
compliment, Joey.
the Fuji is working in like I see it in the browser itself. It's working, but over on my stream, it's not working at all.
Have you tried just like deleting the old, like the current, like just try copy and pasting the link again into the browser source?
Yep. I've tried
And that doesn't-
remaking the browser source. I've tried like, it's just like nah.
Huh. That's bizarre.
I mean, my Twitch is now doing double audio sound alerts, and I still don't know why when people chat in my stream, I get a little ding or like little trill noise because it's not my sound alerts. It's not from my stream avatars, which I don't have up. I don't know what it is, but I can't make it stop.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm so curious about that because I was like, I don't remember this existing before you went on your break. It happened post break.
It happened like 2 streams after post break.
Yeah.
I don't know how to
Buddies.
stop it.
But anyway,
Ah! Okay, my
Are you
stream avatars
still-
are up.
it's so weird. Like I'm looking at your stream spells and they're just all blank.
Yeah. They literally are just all blank, but when I look at like the Fuji itself and the group Fuji, I see it's working in the group, but I'm like,
Yeah,
it's so weird.
bizarre. Absolutely bizarre.
Who said Twitch makes sense? Am I right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, that's enough about streaming. Time to get into
Gaming?
Zelda specifically.
Hmm.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, this
maybe.
is a full-time job. People don't understand.
I know, it really is.
For real.
And we don't have like a
Mhm.
dedicated IT team. We've got to troubleshoot this shit ourselves normally.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop me from going to
Yeah.
you, Mill, and be like, Mill, I need help. Mill, you're more tech savvy, help.
I know, right?
Yeah, I have unfortunately become the designated IT person for every streamer friend I have.
I honestly would. I would gladly pay you if I could afford it.
I know, right? Mills also helped me figure out what I need to get in order to upgrade my computer. So like, Milia is goat.
Oh yeah, no, Mill is the absolute goat. Like she's helped me go
If I had a
through.
receipt together for every person for help and what I would charge them if I was whole, I'd make bank. But
Mill helped me put together a list of all the parts I need to make a new computer because I need to
nice.
upgrade. I don't have enough VRAM to play the new Oblivion remaster, which I bought for my birthday, and I don't have VRAM. The $80 Dragon Age game I bought. It's crunchy. Story-based games shouldn't be crunchy.
Yeah, I have like all the RAM. I've got the processor. I've got everything but the graphics card. My basically, how one of my friends described it is I've hitched a Ferrari to a wagon.
yeah.
Almost kind of similar to the situation that Zuki has at points. She's got good parts, but her computer is kind of falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
You know, I can't play Veilguard because literally I will go into a cutscene or I will have characters start to talk and it's stuttery and crunchy and it's just like, ugh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, without further ado, we do have a session to get to. So,
Yes.
time to begin. And so we find ourselves where we left off last time. In Outset Town on the southwestern region of Hyrule Field. Very much far away from the capital of this once Grand Kingdom. You all survive, or I apologize, actually. In the last session, you awoke in a dream realm, approached by the spirit of the goddess, separated from her spirit vessel, the princess, to give you a mission to protect the hero in the sacred realm before somebody could stop his attempt to fix what had been wronged. After the goddess's spirit floated away, you guys were attacked by some redeads, which was a long and arduous battle, but you did come out on top. Just barely, though. No, I'm kidding. You guys did pretty well against them.
Got it.
And
The sucker hurt.
I know.
they did hurt. I designed them that way. But after defeating those monsters, you guys began to fade away from the stream world as you regained consciousness in the real world and found yourselves within Outset Town. And thus, we begin with the session being similar to the setup of the last session. We're going to go based off of the roles that we had at the beginning of the last session. Dorn, where would you be in this town if you needed to stay here overnight? Where would you wake up, so to speak?
Wake up? Probably at an inn. You know,
Alright.
She's an older woman. She needs she's okay with sleeping in a field, but if we don't need to, we don't need to. The lower back can only take so much.
Oh God.
Yeah, so
I
you
feel that.
you awake in your bed in a tense, cold sweat after the harrowing experience that you just went through in the dream world. But you come to find that you're not lacking on any stamina and you're not injured. And thus you can go ahead and your sheet back to all of your base stats being the same. Or at least like you're not, nothing's depleted
Your
anymore.
health, yeah.
So health, magic, stamina, nothing's been depleted down.
Well, this doesn't
How does
apply
this
to
work?
everyone yet. And thus, I'm assuming you would begin to get ready with your day, and so we hop over to the next person on our list, which, if I'm correct, was that Ruben?
I don't remember, to be
Of course, I did a fantastic job remembering what the order was. I did such a good job. No, actually, it was Tila.
Okay.
So Tila, where would you wake up in this town? You can be also like slightly outside the town, like in a tree next to it if you'd like. But just
Yeah, there's definitely trees sleeping. I was just gonna be like, Tila and Umi and Blue are all kind of curled together beneath a tree somewhere.
Cool. Yeah, so you begin to awake as the sun is now well in the sky. It's like 8 in the morning, so it's not like the sun is just peering over the edge of the horizon. It's been up for a minute, and you find yourself like the light hits your eyes between leaves of this tree, and that's what really kind of drives you awake. You awake a little less startled than Dorn did. Almost your dog Blue, the wolf actually, but is a little more alert, waking up in a growl, so to speak. And Umi, the fairy, is just kind of Umi, frantic as always. And so you do a big classic stretch in the morning, and you look out upon this town, which is slightly downhill and everything seems well. You begin to, get yourself ready, and we'll hop on over to the next list.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I did the roll pass.
Roll pass. Okay, good to know. Dorn, if you could also give me that roll we talked about.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool. Next up on the list is the unnamed Deku Scrub. What's going on with you? Where would you find yourself in this town?
Somewhere with no roof, and plenty of dirt. I would have just been buried in the dirt.
No roof and plenty of dirt. I love that.
Sure, yeah. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot of, gardens in this town, per se, but there's a couple of alleys that aren't well kept, and so you find yourself just kind of nestled between 2 barrels in some alley behind some house that has a mound of dirt there, and that's where you wake up. You are fatigued, not in an actual mechanical sense, but you wake up feeling very tired, very sore. You have 3/4 of your health.
Okay, cool.
Everything else is normal, so your MP, your etc. That's all normal. So
okay.
And yeah, so you wake up, you're very sore, just kind of my back, and kind of plop out onto this alleyway, just kind of looking up toward the sky, what the fuck did I just go through? And then we flip on over to Rurin. Rurin, where would you find yourself?
Sorry, I'm in a chair right now. Is there any water in the town?
Yeah, so in this society, they're kind of smart enough to realize that they need to accommodate all the different peoples that live there on Hyrule, and so while there is just random waterways throughout this town does actually sit on the western bank of the eastern river that rolls into Lake Hylia at the south of the map. So there's a docks area and there's a river right there, but then there's also fish tank-esque bedrooms at the inn for potential Zora residents, and so you could be wherever you choose to be.
I think I would I'd probably go for sleeping at the docks, in the water under one of the docks, basically, because protected at least from sight from above. and it would feel more. It wouldn't feel as
artificial.
interesting.
Yeah. So
It would
you
feel more like being at home and Zora's domain.
for sure. So you, you know, fish don't really need to stretch quite like everybody else, but you having kind of just like maintained a weird aloofness within the water underneath this dock, you know, your eyes shoot awake to, you know, you went through quite the ordeal in that dream world, and you know, the, you know, comfort of your immediate surroundings definitely calms you down, but you're a little tense based off of that previous experience. Yeah, and so now that we've established where all of you are, Tila in particular, can you give me a perception check, or decide, getting back to the actual mechanics of the game, what is the actual... There's a perception, yeah, so if you could give me a perception check, please.
That would be... It's just a d20, right? Plus...
D20 plus your modifier, yes.
Yeah, so that's 17.
17. Wow, yeah, that's more than good enough. You notice coming up the south road, which like, so the river runs from north to south towards Lake Hylia. The town is on the west bank of this river, and there's a road that runs parallel with the river. And so coming up from the south to, sorry, no, wrong direction. Coming from the north to the south, down the main road that runs through this city, you see a man who's dressed very finely, very opulent clothes, looks like he's of noble birth. He's got a comically cartoonish evil mustache, and this, you know, brimmed hat. It looks very distinguished, but right behind him are two bokoblins. And he's marching down the road looking very intentional, like he has business, and he means business too. And then switching perspectives to the unnamed Deku Scrub, can you also give me a perception check?
Yeah. Hopes if I remember my dice. Ooh. And it's plus the trait?
Yes.
That's an 8.
Still good enough, because to be honest, it'd be hard to miss this, but from the end of the alleyway that you found yourself waking, there's lots of noise, and so you make your way down to the end where you find people rushing around in all directions. People are frantic. They're cleaning stuff up. They're closing down their stalls. Any business that might have begun for the day is over. People are running for their lives as if the world is ending before them. None of them have any sense of direction or cohesion. It seems like they've all lost their minds, and then suddenly doors closing, windows shuttering, and now it's a ghost town. Suddenly quiet. The street is empty. It looks like it was completely ransacked.
Oh.
And at the end of the street, you can see the man. He's made it to the archway of the entrance of the town. For Rurin, I would like you to tell me what's the plan, Dan? What are we doing? Having probably heard most of this commotion, there's maybe even somebody who got in a boat and just straight up rode away down the stream. What would
if
you?
If someone did just get in a boat and row away, I was kind of watching like, what's going on? And so I would
Someone
work
jumps in the water and takes a little reed straw and is hiding under the water right next to you.
Just like, what in Hylia's name is going on? And I would work on climbing myself out of the water so I could perhaps take a look and see what I might be able to find, or if needed, since it seems like everybody seems to be hiding, try and like take to the shadows and try and peer out from like behind a building, depending on how the town's laid out.
Sure, yeah. So while you're kind of making your way into the town from the docks, we're going to switch perspectives once again. I know we're doing a lot of fast cuts, but trust, this is going to be... Dorn, you heard a lot of rustling in the staying suddenly silence. There was lots of movement even right outside your bedroom. Suddenly quiet. What is Dorn doing?
Dorn is just gonna be in her room. She's gonna look out the window. She's just gonna be eating her breakfast. This is the part of the Western movie where everyone is running, and she's just like, I'm just gonna eat my breakfast in peace, because I'm not gonna be fucked with whatever peacocking you're doing here, son.
Fair enough.
Dorn is too cool for this school.
It's like, I see too much of this. I'm just going to eat my breakfast. Don't fuck with me.
And one final perspective switch before we finally get to any sort of semblance of a plot essence. Tila, are you heading into the town? Are you doing something else?
After seeing all this commotion and all the people running around like ants, and this guy flanked by obviously monsters, Tila's going to hop on, gonna kind of encourage, be like, it's okay, Umi's like, nope, this is not good, and Tila's like, it's okay, all right, and then just hops on Blue, and we're gonna go right into town to see, kind of like be nosy, very curious, be like, oh, what's going on? Why is everyone running?
So with all of this happening at once, we find ourselves in a very fascinating predicament where Dorn has a perfect view of the town square from their inn bedroom. The Deku Scrubs end of the alley is right at the opposite end of Dorn inn, once again looking in at the square. Tila comes in from behind the municipal building of this town, thus kind of giving a weird a third perspective. And what's interesting is that basically by the end of all this, find yourself on the four directions of the town square, and you're all looking inwards, and Rurin kind of had to take a little bit of a back streets to avoid running into the figure, but finally he walks into the square and somebody walks out of the municipal building. And if you guys could do me a favor and pull up D20.
You need to roll 20?
Roll 20, that's the word I meant.
I've had it pulled up.
Yeah, already there.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah, my brain was like, isn't that...
I might have
A
forgotten
whole
a small
other thing?
issue. I didn't notate what my stats and everything were at the end of the dream mode because I'd had it on the token itself.
Oh man, you're so good. Let me go ahead and actually take your I'm just gonna go ahead and throw all your tokens out onto this really quick. Again, this isn't going to immediately turn into combat. This is going to be primarily RP for now. I just want to.
It's good to have markers.
Yeah.
I just want, yeah.
We're just giant for a sec.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's just scaling between the different maps.
Just have this weird kind of problem with the way that this particular map is like set up is that it's like weird. Okay,
Yeah,
I cannot click on it, so.
I may still have to fix that. Give me a minute.
I had a feeling that was probably going to be a question you were going to have, and so I figured I would check now.
Controlled by Echo. The beauty of D&D Online, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just put out like a hand-painted little figurine.
Yeah, I got mine's good. Mine's working.
Okay. Spells, yours has been assigned. Ruin. And the only one I can't seem to assign is Dorn. It's being weird. Can you
Maybe come on right there. Nope.
Okay, I can move mine.
Yeah, I've got control over mine.
Why are you doing this to me? Today of all days.
You have me on an old map that you haven't deleted that I had control over this token. You can copy paste that token to this map and it'll save all of those permissions. That's what I do for my players.
Okay. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, you just...
Because the old map
just
doesn't
pull up.
exist anymore, per se. Like I
you don't have
kind of like, yeah, I like deleted it. All right. Well, you know what? If you want to move, I will move you for you since.
Yeah,
at this point.
I'll indicate it if I need it.
Oh yeah. So this is the current setup. I'm gonna zoom in, but just so people can have a little more of a understanding. Trying to.
I need to tweak
This
my Roll20 profile
file-
picture because Clargia gave me a spook. I thought my Fugi was messed up.
Okay, there we go. Now everybody's on screen. So, here we find they've walked all the way up through the town square up to the municipal building where this the mayor of the town now stands. Mayor Underwell. And this is actually I didn't come up with a name for him yet, but that's not important. Because for the time being, you guys are privy to more or less a cutscene where so I see you were prepared for my arrival this time, brother, says the man with the evil mustache. And to that, Mayor Underwell kind of sighs tiredly. Brother, I don't know why you sold your soul to that demon king up in that damned ruins of an old castle, betraying the very kingdom that we once worked for. You know damn well why I betrayed them, brother. Power. I have more power under Lord Ganondorf than I ever did under that foolish king. And now it's time to pay up. Because you know that taxes are due. Underwell is holding a large, heavy burlap sack that when he kind of like holds it up, you can hear the sound of clinking metal inside. It's money. What does that damn demon king need this money for anyway? I mean, what's he using it for? Well, you see, brother, he doesn't need people from this town. There's just not enough able-bodied workers. And he doesn't need your resources because what does this place even produce? But he does need something from every province and every area, so to speak. And so your coin is his. You pay your tax so he doesn't have to show, so to speak. Mayor Underwell sighs again. Fine, take that damn thing. And he tosses the burlap sack towards brother's feet, lands with a loud ching 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 of coins rattling around in this bag. The bokoblins next to him startle at the sound of the bag clattering. very mindless beasts we have here. The tax collector grins and chuckles. Yeah, you always worse. And now I'll be on my way. Time to take this to who it's owed to. My Lord Ganon. And with that, this conversation appears to be ending, and the tax collector is preparing to turn around and leave with the bokoblins in tow. The people still cower inside their home businesses, trying to stay away from this whole scenario. We don't know what these people have been through, but you can assume it can't be anything good. And here we find our intrepid party, having just witnessed all that. What would you guys like to do?
By leaving
Out of character? He looks like a Diglett. Sorry, my brain literally was like, why is there a Diglett on the board? And then I realized it was a person.
Nice.
Is he coming towards the docks, or?
So yeah, he is. So the way that this is set up is that like this building is facing west, but the main street comes towards you, and then there's a sharp left going north and south. So he would be heading your direction, but he doesn't see you yet. You know, you're currently under cover, but you can tell he's coming towards you. So
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
God, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna guess the fear is because, again, this guy's with, Ganon pretty much, so not many people are fond of him because of the hell that's been wrought.
Pretty good guess.
Can I make eye contact with anybody else in the area from our hiding spots?
So you definitely can't see Tila and Blue because they're just on the side of this building that there's physically no way for you to be able to see them.
That's totally fine.
You can make it a perception check to try to see if you can make eye contact with the Deku Scrub or Rin. But based on who you choose, it's a different difficulty. So
I being the Deku Scrub, I'm assuming you mean Dorn.
Hey, sorry, who was trying to make eye contact?
Echo.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I confused your voice. My bad. Okay, so yeah, if you're trying to, okay, so that actually changes things. You can attempt to make eye contact with. Actually, I guess it only just changes it to Dorn, because I was about to say you could probably see Blue and Tila, but actually this wall here is all raised by like 6 feet, so if they're that far back, there's no way you're seeing them. And even then, there's like a very slim possibility you see Rurin, but you can still make that attempt if you'd like.
Since I could probably just see Dorn through the, I'm assuming a window of some sort. I will just attempt to do that, because essentially just what I'm trying to do is kind of figure out, is this fight to get this stuff, or just wait till he's gone and ask the townsperson what to do. So that's 11 perception. 11 perception.
trying to remember what I set the DC to. I think I made it 10. So you just got over it. So it takes a minute. By the time that you get that eye contact, I'm just gonna say him and the bokoblins have moved just like this far. And so now you have that eye contact with Dorn. What would you like to do with that? You two can see each other currently.
Pretty much I'm gonna like attempt miming. Essentially just taking my staff and smacking it against my hand as if, are we like fighting? Like, or like a pause, like a wait. And seeing if Dorn has any ideas.
Dorn is definitely not trying to hide. She's definitely like kind of half hanging out this window, kind of announcing her presence a little bit. But she does catch the message that you're trying to convey, and she'll just kind of shake her head for right now.
Okay, perfect.
But she's gonna keep a very judgmental watch over the goings-on of this courtyard.
So you're not attempting to hide at all currently, right?
Nope.
Okay. On a passive perception of 15, the Mr. Tax Collector here does notice you in that window, kind of like surveying the situation, and most people are behind shuttered windows, so you stand out to him, and he like pauses in the street, kind of giving you however menacing a glare someone as goofy looking as this guy can. And then once again kind of continues his walk down this path very slowly. He's not really in a rush to get anywhere because he's, he feels good about himself.
He's just meandering.
Meanwhile, Mr. Mayor here has not moved. He's just kind of got his hand on his head, wondering where it all went wrong, so to speak.
I would like Blue and Tila, since Tila's still riding Blue. They're gonna come up, and she's just gonna come over here and go, "Hey, mister! You got monsters behind you!"
Okay.
You sweet bean. Oh my god.
Hey, mister, you got monsters behind you. I can't. That's so cute. Okay.
Oh god.
Immediately upon bursting upon to the scene like this, first reaction comes off the mayor like, huh? He hits a classic like cat meme from TikTok, huh? The tax collector spins around in a huff like, who goes there? And of course the two bokoblins kind of making weird freaking noises. Obviously startled by this stranger, and immediately perceiving you as a threat, they both go on guard, weapons up, ready for a potential fight. What do you want? Why are you even out on the street?
Well, you have monsters behind you, and I thought you should know. Also, why are you out on the street? Because, like, I don't know. You have monsters.
I don't know.
Sure, yeah. So, this bokoblin's just gonna kind of go over here. He's gonna walk up to you as much as he can walk up to you with this stupid ass map. Fuck. Hold on.
I'm just pretending that he's tripping over a rock.
Yeah, he stumbles a couple times, like half a dozen. Yeah, just for shits and giggles, we're gonna leave him like that for a minute. But he just like walks up to you and like leans over, because this man is double. He leans behind his back and goes, "I'm well aware. They're my minions. Now, run along, lost child."
Oh, I'm not lost. I know where I am. Also, you have really bad taste in minions, because those are monsters, not minions. I know it has the same start of the word, but it ends differently.
So he's now going to raise his hand and attempt to strike you.
Oh, good job.
Oh,
I guess.
Oh, I forgot how combat works for a hot second. But
It's so easy.
unarmed strikes don't have any bonuses added to them. So then that's just a
unless you are,
straight.
like,
That's just a straight 2 hit, which would be. Does a 12 meet your armor class? No, not 12. Sorry, that would be a crit. It wasn't a crit. It was 11. Sorry.
Where's my evasion's 14. So no. I just sort of like lean out of the way of the hit.
Yeah. So, stupid lumbering politician goes in for the most projected, most obvious slap in the world and swings wide as you nimbly dodge out of his way. Insolent child, get them! And so I'm going to move again so I can actually move him. He's going to run here, and you are now in single combat against these 2 bokoblins. Please roll me initiative.
All right.
Am I able to yell at the dude? Or should we all like roll initiative or just?
If you're planning to join, I'll like while Smells rolls their initiative. If you guys want to take specific actions, now's the time.
I want to yell at him behind the barrel.
We're seeing that this man's about to strike a child. It's like, hey, I'd be running out there like, this is not right. You don't hit a kid. Not
sure. So, are you moving into the square, so to speak, making your presence? Okay. How far do you want to go? Or actually, you have control of your character. And Deku, so the only person who doesn't have control over their character is Dorn, so to speak. So.
Yes.
Yeah. Initiative 13.
13. Oh, I need to roll initiative for. Roll initiative again.
It's
Not me forgetting how the
2d6
game works.
plus agility plus any bonuses.
Okay, so both the bokoblins have an agility of 10. I completely forgot how to add turn orders. Oh, right. There we go. Add turns. He's gonna have an initiative. Oh, I do this every time. I do this every stream. He's gonna have an initiative of 0 because he's a little bitch boy who doesn't really intend on fighting. And both the bokoblins have an initiative of 10. Can you add your own initiative order?
You'll need to add us onto the initiative order.
Okay, yeah. So starting with Tila and Blue, add turn. What did you say it was? Was 13?
Yeah.
13. Okay, so 13 and 13. Last chance for actions for anybody else in the party, like Deku, like Ruben. Obviously, you made yourself known. You've jumped out from the bushes, the barrel, into the square. He now knows you're here. What the devil?
Yeah, Dorn is pulling out the torch.
Tila sees them and goes, "Train people!"
Dorn, you are on the 3rd floor, so
yeah, I'm making my way down these stairs with a hustle.
Okay, so upon open
kids.
Fuck ass kids. Anyway, you open the door to your room, immediately find people huddled in place in the hallway of this inn as if there's a fucking tornado going. They're shivering their timbers, they're shitting their pants. They're so scared for their lives right now, and they see you bust out your door in a fury. Like, who is this lady? And then you run past them, no care in the world, just down the stairs, and then say in the time that it takes you to get down the stairs, Deku, you're the last person. Action you want to take before we move into combat officially?
Yes. I want to pretty much look at him and go, you pretty much yell, who slaps a kid for making sure they're okay? What? You're such a lame bitch.
Me? Bitch! thanks, but I can't stay here. And he's gonna run away. This is as far as he can get in a surprise turn. And with that being said, now I need to add the initiative order. So, everybody roll me initiative.
You got it, bud.
Perfect.
I promise this will not take up a significant chunk. Who said that?
It's all good.
I've got 11.
Echo. Sorry.
Okay. So 11 for Ruin and 9 for Deku, Scrub, and last but not least, Dorn.
The easiest way to make sure the party all comes in is a try to hit the child, apparently.
I would like to say I didn't write this, so to speak, that I wanted you guys to enter the combat, but it was also like this isn't inherently violent. That I wanted to like express that he was evil to jump.
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so where are we at, Dorn? What's the call on that?
14.
14. Wow, Jesus. All right, cool. So sorting all of that from top to bottom. So Doran, I'm gonna place you just like right here outside the inn now. This is the current layout, and the mayor is just popcorn in hand. What the fuck is happening in my town?
You've got to add yourself in, and the asshole doesn't have his yet.
Yeah, he is. He's 0 because he has no initiative other than run away. So, but the Bokoblins have their initiative already. But top of the round, Dorn, what are we doing?
Oh no, I'm a 9. Why did I put? Boop, there we go. Sorry.
Man. Dorn wants to kill these things so badly, but knows that there will be a lot of repercussions for these people because she's not going to stay here and fight every single Bokoblin that they send after this. So she's just going to stand with a weapon out, shield out, in between the monsters and the kid, and just try to intimidate them. Just look scary, a big wall.
So I'll say you're probably there-ish, and then are you making like an actual like intimidation type check?
I would like to, if you would allow.
Sure, yeah. Roll me that. There is an intimidate under the power section of traits, so give me what that looks like. Yeah.
17.
Yeah, so I mean, these guys have almost no brains, and to be honest, that would have benefited them if they didn't have some against it. So you've made yourself big enough and scary enough, loud enough to the point where that base kind of primal like fear of big scary takes over. And so, you know, they take 2 steps back like this, just kind of like get me away from that guy in particular. But then in doing so, they're kind of following their math, putting them in direct line with the unnamed Deku, Scrub, and Rurin. Is that everything for your turn?
That is my turn, thank you.
Sure. Blue and Tila.
All right, they're going to go up, and so first we're targeting this Deku Scrub with Fairy Friend. Or Deku, not Deku Scrub.
Deku Scrub. Hold on.
Jeez, I know my enemies. It's fine. No, we're not targeting the Deku Scrub.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Friendly fire.
Yeah.
And party fighting already. Friendly fire.
Fantastic.
No goblin. So
this is what we looked to, right? This is what we were. This is the plan.
All right.
So you're
There could only be one child in the forest.
I think this is Bokoblin number.
It's
Bokoblin number. It's hard to tell which one this is, but it doesn't really matter. Just
yeah. Yeah, targeting the Bokoblin with Umi's just like this one. Hi here. Yes, hello. Flying over so that Tila and Blue can run over, and oh god, where did Blue go?
Sorry, just that's too high.
Oh, the movement here is weird.
I know.
Okay.
Sorry. Again, the map didn't translate the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're up. You're within 5 feet of this guy.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm nice and close. Okay.
And I'm gonna go up with a I'm just gonna go ahead and try to hit him with my sword.
Sure. Yeah, roll me that 2 hit.
All right. And the 2 hit is that's the 2d6, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Plus whatever your weapon bonus is, plus your combat.
So math 9 plus so 14 plus my combat.
Oh, I probably should have battle music on for this part.
Oh yeah. I just got the town music going on.
Same. I've just got my bass lo-fi on.
Yeah.
I think it actually just stopped. Wait a minute. Was it really only an hour? It was really only an hour.
I'm really hoping this
Okay.
doesn't last too long, but regardless of that fact.
Yeah.
We don't need combat music for enemies of this caliber.
No.
Yeah, but Clock
Exactly.
Tower wasn't the appropriate song for this.
Yeah. All right, so I think that's 17, but let me just double check
Yes.
because
Frick, that's more than enough. Their armor class is 8. Yeah, so
it's 16.
You-
No, I lied.
a whole 1 point down. The
Yeah.
Bokoblin lives. No. You mount Blue, charge with your sword raised high in the air, and clean slice as you pass by on Blue, clean through its torso. A huge gash opens. I need to turn down the volume on this music. Wow. It was very loud. Anyway, you cut clean through its torso, a huge gash, black blood spilling down its side before, and it falls back, ichor and dust, just like you guys have seen before. Ganon's minions always die the same. This Bokoblin is already dead. So we're gonna go ahead and delete him. Good job.
Tila gives a little flourish of her sword.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
She's just gonna go look over to the guy who tried to slap her and just be like, heh.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
Do you have the movement for that?
No, she's just gonna look at him and be like, heh. You
Oh, okay.
Stick
know,
her
one of
tongue out,
those-
be like,
How did you? Impossible. No one can. Complete sniveling weenie. He's the worst. Anyway, if that's the end of your turn, we're on. Ruin, you're up.
Could I use my boomerang to try and knock the bag of money out of his hand?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that is not going to be a combat check, though. I will say that is going to be a accuracy check under courage.
Okay, accuracy check under courage. Look my skills. That's plus 2. And it's rolled 2d6, right?
No, that is a d20 check. So
That's a
d20
D20 check?
plus your accuracy, and the DC is going to be 15. Pretty high, since
Ooh.
he's got this thing clutched both hands to his chest. It's going to take a significant amount of force to get that out.
Okay. 12. Just shy.
Yeah, so you throw the boomerang. It does hit the bag, but it just doesn't seem to nudge. Like, he kind of juggles it for a second, but he keeps it in hand. How dare you! Still trying to run away from you. Any other act? I don't know if you have any bonus actions to take, because again, I don't
I
have the
still
updated
have
character
movement.
sheets.
I still have movement.
Yeah, you could give
I
chase.
haven't changed my character sheet yet, so
LOL.
No, I'm done. Oh, I don't know which way he's going yet. So I'm gonna move. Oh, wrong spot. Wrong spot. I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, 4. Pretty much, I'm gonna be prepared to try and block him.
Sure, yeah. Is that everything you can do with your turn?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's that. This Bokoblin is up next. They are still scared of Dorn. So they are running towards the Deku Scrub. They're going to make a quick kind of pass at you to see if they can get a quick hit in. So does an 11 hit your armor class?
No, it does not.
Swing. No, you know what? We're back to the coconut bonk. Wooden club makes contact with your hollow wooden brain. Conk. Nothing happens. Very distraught. He's gonna make one more block of movement south to kind of follow his master here, but he is pretty useless. So that does bring us to the unnamed Deku Scrub's turn. What are we doing?
All right. I am going to Dark Brambles, as is my wand.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Okay,
like
ruling,
this spot right here, so I'm blocking both the alleyway.
ruling on magic on
gotta,
diagonal angles. Ooh, that's tough.
Actually, I have to do it like the squares like this kind of idea. So it can't be. I don't think
If you're drawing currently, I can't see it, but
is that
okay,
there
it's
now?
Yeah. So I guess if you can point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks that you'd be using.
Yeah. Oh, what? Wait. Oh, let me double.
Or is that
check.
technically 7? Because
That
I
is
don't know. Based on your lines, it seems like you're trying to do like a kind of zigzag along this building's walls, but I can't tell if you actually intended to get into this block that's closest to this guy here.
I probably did. I got.
Okay, so it technically would be 7 blocks of Dark Brambles, which I think you still have enough mana for. To,
I think so. One magic per square, yeah. And within 8 squares. Boop, boop, boop.
Sure,
So
yeah. So
it's yeah, that's perfect.
perfect. So you cast Dark Brambles, a familiar spell by now. This area, simple field, so this just grows up as like a wall of like regular green vines with poison ivy and dark poison oak. A lot of like those like really terrible plants to run into.
But for once, it doesn't look absolutely horrid to look at.
It doesn't look like the worst amalgamation of plant life you've ever seen.
It's not nightmare fuel.
But it did burst out of the ground, cracking the tiles. That will have no repercussions. Wink.
Oh no.
My bad.
I'm actually.
My bad.
He is currently moving towards this wall. See if he makes a wisdom check. Strong. It's not wisdom check. Form or discipline. Ruling on this. Okay, so it's not discipline. It would be probably informed then. Because he's trying to kind of stop himself short from running into this wall of plants, which from what I recall is not permeable to anybody but you, right, Echo?
It counts as difficult terrain for everybody but me.
Okay, so
but that's because I'm a Deku Scrub and not because I cast it.
Is there no, okay, this is something I'm imposing myself, so difficulty probably put it at 11. That was a nat 20 for this character, so they are going to be able to stop them just before this wall. That's an ant on my wall.
That's not good.
Oh.
Don't get sub-level.
Depends on how many more ants there are.
That's only one so far. So it might just be a one-off ant. Anyway, need to focus. He's not harmed. But yeah, so you cast this dark brambles, and he, having been intimidated by a child, is running the other way while looking at the child rather frustratingly. But then turns around to see the wall come up and stops just in time as to make sure. And now he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Both of this alleyway and this alleyway, because this is the main road here. I realize you can't see my cursor. Where Rurin came from was the main road, and these two areas you blocked off are alleyways. So the alleyways are now blocked off to him, meaning that he is now stuck between Rurin and going west, which would make no sense because technically he can go that way, but that's where the majority of you are. So, having seen that, he's going to take out a bag of sand. Small little pouch. Small little pouch. Oh wait, wrong die again.
Who knew this man had pocket sand?
Oh, I know, right?
Not as dangerous as pocket glitter, though.
Does an 8 meet or beat your armor class, Sonny?
My armor class.
This would be against your hold on, let me make sure I'm doing this right. This would be against your evasion.
Evasion?
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck. My evasion's 12, so
Yeah, so he takes out small pouch, gathers some sand in his hand, pocket sand, throws it at you. But he fucking throws that shit right over your head. And also you've gotten sand in your eyes before. You live in water all the time. This is you're literally standing there like, really? And the fear of the goddess Hylia is in his eye. How fucked he really is. Moving on, we're back to Dorn. Dorn, you're all the way up near the mayor, essentially, and this small child on a wolf that you met in a dream. What's the plan, Dan?
All right. Well, things have already evolved, so we might as well dissolve them further.
Yeah.
Yeah, there will be repercussions, but we can talk about those later.
Yep.
Yeah, Doran will try to close as much as she can with these fellows down here. I know that it's a little tricky right now, but I should be able to make it.
You got more than enough movement.
Yeah, I'd just like to walk to Mr. Tax Collector, and just see if I can restrain him. He just needs to stop moving for a moment.
Okay, so that's a grapple essentially, which would be.
Your guess is as good as mine.
It would be a It's between combat or fortitude, and you know what? I'll kind of leave it up to whichever stat you prefer to use. Because grapples for enemies are easy because that's me forcing you to make a check, but you grappling someone isn't really built into this game system too well. So, as I said, pick whichever stat you want to use, and give me that D20 roll. It's not going to be difficult to grapple him. He's literally essentially pinned down currently. It's not like he's going to be able to nimbly, especially since he got that damn bag of money in his hands, could be hard to kind of run out of the way. So, I forgot I had to move your character for you since the game is fucked right now.
Yes.
That's not where I want you. Okay, there.
Oof.
Oh, now
All
he's
right.
really boxed in.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, he's having a bad time. It's about to get worse.
The DC is 12. Go ahead and grab him.
I rolled a 23.
Yeah, that's fucking more than enough. You, he's
Around.
cornered into the dark brambles walls, looking around him, seeing the situation getting more dire, and then suddenly this, woman wearing the crest of the old kingdom on her closes the distance in blinding speed compared to this man, by his perspective, and without a single word uttered, just big bear hug suplexes, like fucking sumo slamming that shit down onto the ground. You don't actually do any damage, but he's essentially just been thrown. I'll say he's gone prone though. He's now not the dark brambles walls. You suplexed him here, and now he's prone with the bag of money, like up on the map. It would be up, so west. And yeah, anything else you want to do with your turn? He's not unconscious, but he's like groaning in pain, like, oh.
It's the least he deserves.
Okay. I'm just going to lean over him as I got him pinned and be just like, you got what you came for, and you just had to make a scene out of it, right? Did we learn anything today?
Mr. Mayor over in the back is just eating this shit up. He's never gotten the catharsis quite like this of seeing his younger brother getting so violated before, and he's loving every second of it. There is I won't say he's fully incapacitated, but I'll say, he's got to spend a full action getting up next turn, essentially, with how little action economy he had. NPC player with 1 hit point. So you've essentially incapacitated him for your turn. I will say you probably did take a full action suplexing him like that, or at least grappling him.
Very fair.
So if you have a bonus action, feel free to take it, but if you're done with your turn, just let me know.
I'm good for now. Thank you.
Sure, yeah. So you suplex Mr. Dickweed over there, and now in his Blue and Tila, you guys are the furthest. You guys are the furthest from the action. You got another bokoblin that's completely fucking confused. It has no idea what to do anymore. I mean, you could probably poke it with a stick, and this thing would probably just keel over from a heart attack. And you have Mr. Fuckface McGee on the ground, groaning in pain from being suplexed by a 50-year-old woman.
Yeah, no, Tila and Blue's just gonna like trot over to this bokoblin, and Tila's gonna poke it with her sword.
Poke it with that sword.
All right, here we go. Oh yeah, no, that's definitely a hit. That's an even better roll than the last one.
Fantastic. No work needing to be done. You didn't even really put that much effort into it. You just kind of like, this thing was like kind of turning around frantically, trying to find some sort of exit, some sort of out, and you just come up behind it, kind of a bit of a dishonorable. But to be fair, how do you honorably kill something as mindless as this? And you just kind of stab it in the back through the gut and pull your sword out. Falls face first, collapses into black ichor and dust. And with that, I'll say we have officially left combat. We're back into normal, non-combat gameplay. And yeah, wow, fucking fantastic, guys. That was great. That was probably the most comedic fight I've ever seen in D&D. Just absolute shit show for the villains here, who I made comically underleveled. The sole purpose, not taking up half the session with a combat encounter. Anyway,
There.
are you going to dark the brambles gone? That's a sentence.
Yes.
Are the
Yes.
okay? So dark brambles drops. The wall is no longer there. This guy is now. He's not technically fully surrounded, but he doesn't have the bag of money is like, I'll say a good like 3 feet away from him, so he'd have to make a conscious effort to grab it and run away.
Before he can really do anything, I want to go over, as you know, like a 60-pound, 40 pound, 30, 50-pound Deku. It's just kind of sit on his chest and kind of look at him and go, you know, I'm a Deku. I sleep in the dirt. I wouldn't even touch gross slime like you. Ignore the fact that I'm sitting on the dude's chest, trying to essentially just bruise essentially his ribs.
If there was psychic damage in this game mode, I'd say he died.
Beautiful.
But no, he again still kind of reeling from the pain of getting suplexed. That probably never having gotten hit that hard in his entire. He's crying like a little baby. I fucking hate this character.
While Deku's doing that, I'm going to go and grab the bag of money so I can kind of hold it out of reach of him, because I would rather we give that back to the townsfolk after this fucker's gone.
Sure. Yeah. You do so. You know, you grab the money up from the ground and you're just kind of standing in this Avengers circle around him, you know.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, he's in the classic Loki, I think I'll take that drink now. All seems well. I need all of you to make a willpower save.
Oh.
With a D20, right?
D20. And add your modifier.
Ooh. Nat 1.
Oh, God. Why was my roll so bad? 9. Oh, that was with my modifier. I rolled a 4.
Ooh. Ooh. Ouch. That sucks.
Tila nat 1 and Blue got a 10.
Okay.
Ooh.
Deku has a dirty 20.
Jonas a dirty 20. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The oldest of the groups. We are at least doing better than the rest.
Well, what did the unnamed Deku's Cub get?
17.
Cool. None of you succeeded.
Oh.
And so now we bring on to this stage. Oh God, the aspect ratio got really fucked.
You're
Janet himself.
Wait.
Ending actually is gonna appear on the top of this inn here. Just kind of like a big fuck you power move. Posing with elegance and grace. Very fanciful clothes. A figure that maybe somebody might have recognized a few centuries ago, but now since lost to time. He stands there, glaring down at you all. The spell that he has being one of holding. All of you are currently trained. This is if this wasn't a narrative moment, I'd have the check every 5 seconds, so to speak. More or less. And then begins, I don't know if it's coming through my mic, but slow claps. So, new band of heroes. Not nearly as impressive as the last foe I fought. Not by a mile. But courage. Especially from that one that points towards Dorn specifically. My, how you have advanced. It sickens me. Anyway, he teleports. Takes the money bag right. The money bag was up here, so I'll just say that shits and giggles, or you went up here to collect the money bag, and Girahim swipes the bag right out of your hand. I'll be taking this to my lord. And just know your actions here today will have consequences. I hope the people of this village are willing to pay for you. And just like that, he disappears. After about another half a minute or so, you guys feel the regain of ability over your bodies. You're suddenly free to move again, and you see the mayor walking towards you. Walk until he's here, and he just kind of sighs. Shouldn't have done that.
In our defense, it's not like we were trying to keep him from getting your taxes. We were trying to keep him from hitting a child.
I'm not a child, I'm a cook.
The taxes was a benefit. I mean, yes, you are a cookie. That is true, and I apologize for the incorrect statement. However, I highly doubt that idiot knew that.
But...
Or make it right. Make it right either way.
Heroics don't gain nothing in this era. All you've done is endangered the people of my town, and now, who knows? They're going upon us.
That's...
He started it!
He did, by trying
That's
to...
the thing.
The mayor kind of like
You
goes over to Tila and just kind of like pats their head, ruffling their fingers through their hair that's outside the, woodland cap for a second before saying, these damn kids just don't know any better. And he kind of like makes eye contact with Dorn. I saw what you were trying to do.
Dorn's just kind of give him like a knowing nod and then just look over at Tila. It's just like, he may have started it, but his people are gonna end it. They're gonna keep bringing those horrid creatures in here just to make up for what happened today, because they feel like they got disrespected. So unless you plan on spending the rest of your natural life defending this one little spot of dirt, you got to think a little bit more about which hill you're gonna die on.
The only one who died were those bokoblins, she says, like grumpily, as she's like tries to swat at the mayor's hand to get it away, and from her head, being like, no, don't touch the hair.
No touch.
The mayor
No touchy.
turns his back on you guys and starts heading towards the municipal building. Come on now. I won't say I'm ungrateful. Come get something. And he walks into the building, disappearing from your view. He's inviting you inside, obviously. Do you take the invitation?
Yeah, he said come get something. Yeah. Like something? Like candy or gold or candy?
He's already inside, so
Don't take candy from strangers, please.
So I'm going to assume you all follow him inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So at this point, you can now close roll 20. Right. Yeah, you can go ahead and close roll 20. We're back in the theater of the mind. You guys enter the municipal building. An opulent hall lays before you, desks scattered throughout for different tasks. No one's really inside right now, which is a bit of an odd scenario because everybody was hiding inside all the buildings. Why is there no one in the municipal building? And the mayor leads you to a room in the back where there's a coffee table. And, he then, seats you all and says, one moment, or walking out of the room. And then a few minutes later, he walks back in with a couple plates full of just simple foods like breads, grapes, like fruits, stuff that didn't really take time to prepare, so to speak. And he sets it down before you, and glasses and a pitcher of water. And he sits at the end, which has a a bit more of a regal chair, obviously designed for the mayor of the town. And he just kind of, he rather than having that dignified sitting up that lord lady might have, he's kind of hunched over the table. And here you are in this room with this man who's not talking, at least not right now.
Tila and Umi are immediately on to the food, just like diving for it, being like, ah, yeah. And then she gives like a little bit to a little piece to her fairy, like bits to the wolf. If there's any cheese is the wolf's getting some cheese.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna use the chair next to the mayor and climb up so I can be closer to eye contact level with him.
Sure.
Is there? And I'm gonna sit for a second, trying to think of what best to say. So. Don't wait on me is what I'm saying.
I'm not even sure what I would want to say in this situation.
Oh, and we can say in the interim, the brother, the tax collector man, was thrown into the jail cell within the municipal building, where he currently just kind of silently weeps the fact that his future is grim.
He shouldn't have tried to hit it. He shouldn't have tried to hit the young girl. My brain wants to go youngest, but then I don't actually know how old Tila is, and if Tila is the youngest of the group.
It's probably actually the Deku scrub, but I am the equivalent of a middle-aged Deku scrub.
Yeah.
I am
Based on like most of the like ages of people in this universe are, it's probably Dorn in an odd twist of fate.
Potentially. I'm hold on, let me.
Every other is like nigh immortal.
Nah, Deku's getting about 20 years, apparently. I will be okay being an immortal, tree spirit, but I don't think that's the case.
I honestly don't remember if Deku scrubs have a lifespan stated within Majora's Mask, so for all intents and purposes, I can say that both you and Tila are spirit, with maybe some minor conditions here or there. Which means you are whatever age, which could potentially lead to Dorn being the youngest, because for Rurin to be a full-blown Zora adult, they would have to be at least 100+ years old. So,
I dead ass. I want to say I said I was like 200 or so.
Yeah. So, you're old. You're old. I'm kidding. But I actually don't remember the exact age range of Zora. They age much. Well, actually, what's interesting is Ocarina of Time is kind of weird with it. I think it was a wild thing because I think Princess Ruta was growing up at the same pace as Link. But you know what? We're gonna apply Breath of the Wild rules here because and say that you have to be at least one, which is thumbs up. So anyway, none of that matters in particular because this 60-some-odd-year-old mayor is currently hunched over the table thinking about what he's going to do now that his people are probably under imminent threat of a retaliatory force by Ganon and his goons.
Yeah, so
I don't know. Oh, no, keep going, please. I have to deal with my dog, so.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, so Tila kind of in mid stuffing her face, she's looking around, looks at the mayor who looks upset for a reason she doesn't really understand, and she looks over to the others, and then she's just and kind of licks her fingers a little bit and goes, so, why are the dream people not in my dream anymore?
The mayor lifts his head a bit and just stares at you with a blank stare, only, punctuated by blinks necessary to keep your eyes from drying out because what? What are you talking about? He says to you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh god. Oh god.
She's just like Tila just points to the other and goes, "They're dream people."
The mayor turns to Dorn, probably the only person in this room that they like and or trust. What the hell is this
Dorn
small
just
child
looks back
talking
at
about?
them and just shakes her head and just like, kids. But
I mean, I'm smart enough to realize that this is a Kokiri in my presence. Hylian kids don't have blue hair.
Yeah, I'm Kokiri, not a kid. You're a kid.
kid until proven otherwise.
Hey!
Alright, enough of this. I don't expect you to stay here the rest of your lives to defend it. But can you at least help me come up with a plan of some kind? Something to get us by so that, if they do end up trying to attack us until they burn the village down, we're not left out to dry.
Is there any
Well, I'd say first thing of all, you can give him that guy. I just point to the tax collector brother. Don't seem like they like him too much, considering they left him behind.
Yeah, my brother wasn't the most amicable person, as you're probably well aware by now.
Mm.
Well, I can't just give him up. He's family. But, and I really don't think it will do much.
Why don't you just get swords and stuff? And like there are people in town. Just give them swords.
No.
Not everybody knows how to fight, though.
I didn't know
Not
how to
to
fight when I
mention-
picked one up, and look how I do.
It would be a great
How long have you
idea
been-
if it weren't for the purge. Every town and every damn kingdom, or would be, had been kingdom, got all their weapons confiscated by the Dark Lord 6 some odd years ago. There's the only weapon I have in this damn town is a old celebratory braid meant for knighting, people part of the town guard. That wouldn't even cut you.
Sounds like it could bash me though. Just it.
One
He's just
sword does not
staring at you,
make.
blinking. Really?
So I've got a lot of backup plans, all of which very much include, the first one includes, getting up and essentially
Leave? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
There's a specific word that I'm looking for, and it's not popping up into my brain. So, but yes.
Where would we
essentially.
go? To another town to overpopulate them and strain their resources?
No, that's again, big, very last minute resort kind of idea. Because you're right, that would be not good. I mean, you can always use farm weapons or a table leg and do the bashy, but it's not something
sure,
you want
we
to
have
to
enough,
deal
I
with.
suppose, for an impromptu riot, but the population of the town is
Yeah.
20 some odd strong men and about an additional 50 women and children combined. And I don't know if I'm really willing to put their lives on the line in full frontal assault, but I suppose I also don't get much of a choice in that.
Well,
Yeah.
with the
No,
kids.
this is definitely.
Sorry.
No, you can keep going because again, all I got are the worst of the worst backup plans, and they're not really going to be helpful to dwell on because they're just going to happen.
Well, I was just gonna.
Like,
I was just gonna say that if the kids they can go into the forest and become skull kids. You know, those kids are fun.
All right, that's not a viable solution either. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
How about this? So, all this rabble-rousing was caused by a group of idiotic out-of-towners who just happened to walk into town. None of your people got involved. So, why should your people be punished? Just say that as soon as you saw the horrible actions that we did to your the Lord that you are so loyal and faithful to, you banished us forever. And hell, if you want to tell them which direction we're going, just pick one and we'll go the opposite way if you have any decency. But I understand. You got to look out for your people. That's your responsibility.
Yeah. Again, it's not even like we were trying to take the tax money or anything, but, you know, Dark Lords don't care about bullshit like that.
Unfortunately.
Nuance is not a language they speak.
Clearly, y'all are not acquainted with that gentleman in white. Let me give you the rundown. He appeared just over a year ago. No one knows where from, why, but he's been the #1 lapdog for the Dark King. If a task needs getting done, if people need punishing, he's there. Since he witnessed all this with his own 2 eyes, there's no getting out of it now. He'll personally see to the destruction of this, or at least the lynching thereof. There's no way out of this except for a direct confrontation. His eyes gloss over as he really grapples with the reality of the situation. There is no escape. There's no negotiating. There is only fighting. Tell you what, y'all do me one favor. You turn my rabble-rousing mob, group of a town folk, into as best a fighting force you can. Call it square.
It is a very good thing that I am decently skilled enough at weapon making.
I get
And
to
he
teach people to
turns-
fight.
Ignoring the child who has bothered him so, he turns to Dorn. I'm going to be counting on you. I see that pauldron. I see that emblem. You were from the capital. Way back in those days.
I
Was a
can
long
also
time
help
ago.
Sorry.
That's all. But I still know a thing or two.
Well, I'll hold a town assembly to give them the hoedown later. Enjoy this food and each other's company if you very well can, and I'll call you when it's time. And with that, he stands up, kind of using his arms to, push himself off the table. Walks to the
Before he leaves, Ruin's gonna just call. If anyone needs any kind of healing as well, let me know, because I can at least also offer that.
Much appreciated, but we have our own town mage here. So, shouldn't be necessary. And with that, he goes to one of the exits of the room and door closes. And thus you are left alone with this group of strangers you met in a dream and now are entangled in such a large mess with.
Tila looks over to Dorn and she kind of like points with a piece of fruit and she goes, if you don't remember how to fight, I can teach you too, because I did a lot of fighting. I fought and protected, the people in my village, and then I protected, well, I was trying to protect the guy from the Bacablas, but he didn't really want that. He's mean. But I can teach you too.
Yeah.
And then she takes a bite out of her apple.
Well, it's a bit past time for this old dog to learn any new tricks. But I still know a few.
You guys should definitely work together because the different fighting styles between, a veteran of the old kingdom and a scrappy child from the forest is literally the best combo of fight dirty to live that you could actually hope for with the chaos that is coming this town's way. I will focus on making as many. They will be Deku style because that is what I know best. But I want to make good weapons and not, things I haven't ever actually practiced with before.
Understandable.
So, I will focus on making a shitload of wooden swords. They will be wonderful wooden swords, but they will be wooden swords.
Better than nothing.
Yeah. They're decent. They're better for, chopping down trees, but, like, machete style through the forest, not actual chopping down trees.
I mean, they still hurt, and worst case is they go blunt, and you can use them like a club and just go wham, wham on monster heads.
A lot of bashing will be happening.
Yeah.
It'll be a monster bash.
They did the mash. They did the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so pleased when that popped into my brain.
Love it.
I IRL have to use the restroom, so I will be right back.
Sure.
Man.
I think this is a good kind of break point if everybody wants to like quick get up, grab something to drink, maybe a quick snack, all that jazz, and we'll come back in 15 minutes.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, sounds good to
See
me.
you then.
Cool. Go ahead and put this on the break. Turn up the music a bit more.
What are breaks? I don't do breaks when I stream. I just go.
Well, you can feel free to yap with me. I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself a drink, and my kitchen is 5 feet away, so I can still talk and grab some.
Yes. This is fun. I love this. This game is so much fun. I'm really, really excited for it, and I'm so happy we finally got to session 1.
I will say I did minorly mess up, and this will get this. Your stream VODs are kind of like the cut of like the whatchamacallit, the official sessions that go.
Yeah.
I guess this isn't coming through. Yeah, it's not coming through on my stream, so it's only coming. But I was originally planning to have him kill the tax collector, but then I forgot.
Okay.
Just like in the moment, I forgot. So shit. He went to jail.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, you know, it's
So
Zelda.
they-
We don't kill the non Hylian NPCs, or no, we don't kill the Hylian NPCs, I guess.
Only bad guys do that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, every D&D campaign is a critique on capital. Class consciousness even includes people who are in the upper middle class who might betray you because they crave power themselves.
Oh, for sure. I actually, speaking of capitalism, did you know that Disney has a tabletop trading card game?
Like, what style of trading card game are we talking about here?
Like Magic the Gathering.
Damn, that's interesting.
Yeah. Those cards are
And for, like-
expensive too.
For like the Disney princesses?
For like everything.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, no,
How do you power scale the different universe? Because in like Sleeping Beauty, you have Maleficent, who's a fuck you dragon, and then you have like the biker from Big Hero 6. How do you power scale that?
Well, I mean, it's Magic the Gathering, so they just get like different card abilities. Like, actually, funny enough that you pointed out those two specifics, because I was someone let me borrow their deck, and in that deck I actually had a Maleficent card and Minnie Mouse and Moana are all cards. And Maleficent was an okay card, but what I really liked is that the princesses are like their own special category, and Moana's ability, or at least that version of the Moana card, its ability was that like you could basically you in Magic, like you tap a card to use it, right? And Moana was like, when you tap Moana, every other princess gets untapped.
What?
Yeah, no, it was so broken. It was so broken.
How does ocean power translate to you can untap every other princess on the field?
I don't know, but yeah, no, it was like super broken because like, especially because you can only attack like cards if they're tapped. So basically,
That's messed up.
Yeah, no, it is. Although it is interesting. So instead of 8 hit points that tick down, you're basically trying to tick them up. It's called lore. And so you so you tap a card and you can either have it go questing to get lore, and the number of lore it gets depends on like what the symbol on the card is. You can have it attack a card that has been tapped, or you can use its ability, right? So Moana, what it is I had 2 minis. I sent them both, I tapped them both so that they each gave me 1 lore. So that's 2 lore, right? And you have to go to 20. Moana,
Disney, if you're listening, sponsor us.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Moana, when you send her out, because you actually have to use her ability to untap other princesses only works if she's going out questing, and she gives you 3 lore. So that gave me 5 lore for free, and then let me untap 2 of them so that nobody can attack my princesses. That's literally a quarter of what you need to get. Or a fifth of what you need to get.
So broken.
It is so broken. It's so broken. And I only had to do that twice to win the game, because I was already at like 6, or I was already at like 10 or something. So yeah, no, it was very, very broken.
I also just saw the thing that Owl sent into the VC chat.
Oh?
I've been chirping in there the whole time.
I mean, I only see the one message from you, which is the gif of
Oh yes, this chat. There's too many chats.
Yeah. So welcome
to Twitch streaming.
Yeah.
I'm back. I got myself a peanut butter sandwich and an apple because I sort of haven't really eaten the proper thing since a Sonic mini burrito because I wanted one of the lavender blueberry lemonades.
That sounds tasty.
Oh, it's actually really good.
Is it purple?
My
It sounds like it's
dumb
gonna be
ass thought
purple.
you meant the hedgehog.
Yeah, Sonic, well known for his speed and culinary exploits.
You know, it's not exactly like he doesn't like all of the chili dogs or anything like that. That I'm sure it would be stupid if Sonic the restaurant didn't have. We even have a Sonic here. It's not like just for whatever reason my brain instantly went the hedgehog. What? And then I went, oh no, I stupid.
I mean, I can see the hedgehog
I'm like,
coming to mind.
Yeah, I think my brain processed it as like a cross promotion for whatever reason between the character and like Taco Bell,
Huh.
and it was a burrito. And then my brain went, wait, no, there's a full on ass restaurant that's just like named Sonic. I wonder which came first.
It's a good question. And it's
Because
one
I'm
that
sure
can be
they're
researched.
totally disconjointed.
Yes, entirely.
But it just the coincidence of it all.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sonic gives off the restaurant gives off the vibe that it's been around since like I don't know, the 70s or 80s, and like
1953.
oh, you know,
It
When did Sonic
definitely
the
is
character come out?
the 90s.
Uh-huh.
90. No, well, I think the character was made in like 89 or something, and then like actually was in a game and like, you know,
Original work
put out in-
1991.
that's what it was, because I knew it was like 32 back in 2023, and I just did math wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, so definitely the restaurant came first.
Definitely the
Wow.
restaurant came first.
Yeah, I think crazy.
Mhm.
But if we're done with the break, if no one else has any objections,
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'm gonna continue.
Hopefully you can't pick up the
I got my
panting
water.
of the dog in the background.
All right,
It's
cool.
pretty good at filtering these days.
So we'll say we skipped forward until the afternoon. You know, you guys did quite a number. Yeah, that's a word. Quite a bit of planning in that time. Kind of delegating roles, discovering what your strengths were, and
did we
the
actually
mayor.
introduce ourselves and say what our names are at least to each other?
No, and you know what? It's funnier that you didn't. So we're gonna keep it like that until you guys actually actively create the agency to do so. And thus the mayor kind of busts back into the room, and he's holding a couple dossiers that pardon me. He hands out a scroll to each of you. You know, first scroll goes to Rurin, which was, you know, it details where the village mage is, where they can find them, and also gives Rurin unmitigated access to teach, you know, medicine and healing to
Yes.
the woman of the village. And he says, I feel like this would suit you best. Then on to the unnamed Deku Scrub. He slides a tome that you know, reads out the location of the village blacksmith and you know, what his strengths are, what his weaknesses are, and you know, it basically signs a blank check saying you have unfettered access to all the materials of the village that you need if you want to build an impromptu armory for them. And then finally, a shared scroll for Dorn and Tila gives a quick kind of like bombastic side eye towards Tila before finally relenting and fully sliding the scroll between the two of them, opening it up for it to reveal combat training rant, which is to say that you two will be leading the charge on training the few men that remain, the few strong men that remain in this village into as best of warriors as they can be before any imminent attack arrives. And he just kind of says, do your best, and in 3 days' time, take your leave. That is, if they don't attack before. And
Mr. Mayor?
Oh, yes.
Thank you. The kids. They need to have something to protect themselves with. I don't like the idea of sending them out to war as active participants, but they'll just die if they don't have something. They should probably be scattered amongst anybody and everybody who wants to take, or, who they want to go train with, so that they can be the,
I mean, I'm conscripting every able-bodied man and boy up until around the age of 14. And in terms of the other kids,
9-year-olds? I know some.
And for the other kids,
9-year-olds.
I don't want to get
I'm not saying
them
I'm
that
not saying
involved.
give them conscripted. Just give them the tools to protect themselves. That's all I ask. Let them join all the training so that they can know what to do in those situations. Especially learning from a Kokiri. That's the best chance they'll have to survive this.
He
Yeah, I can
looks
teach him.
apprehensive
I know.
and
Trust me,
very
that child is something.
frustrated. He's not apprehensive towards Tila at the moment. He's just kind of like looking at the ground and like almost a bit of a despair at the concept of the children of his village that he's sworn to serve and protect, fighting and dying for their home.
I know.
Mhm.
I know that the idea of child soldiers is a lot for most species in Hylia. But as members of the forest, I mean, it's do or die, and I would rather the kids be able to do, again, not child soldiers, just prepared. And you can even have them just choose what they want to learn. They can just learn survival skills. They can just learn how to make weapons. They can just learn how to protect the other kids. But I don't want them being left with nothing.
He considers and then he turns to Rin. In between teaching medicine, healing, do you know a thing about oh my goodness, thing or two about sailing?
I mean, I'm a skilled swimmer. Any Zora would be. Would I know anything about sailing? Oh, that's a good question.
I'm gonna leave that up to your discretion. It's up to your character, I suppose.
I have done some looking into it. I'm not the best at it, but I would know how. I do know how to at least get a boat moving.
Well, we have plenty of boats in this town, and in between training, I suppose, with the different. If you could teach them at least how to do the basics of operating them so that if all else fails, escape route.
I'd be more than happy to.
He nods, looks around expectantly, trying to read if there's anything else that needs to be said before he goes.
I can also, when I'm not making weapons with the blacksmith, I can also teach a little bit of woodland magic, but it's not. It's a little more destructive than it is constructive. So that's kind of up to y'all. If you decide you want to learn a little bit of woodland magic.
He like stands there just like in a tired disbelief of like, knock yourself out.
Alrighty. Well, if anybody decides they want to, I will be more than happy, but until then, I'm going to stick with the craftsman's.
Very well. And with that, he takes his leave. Door shuts, and once again, you guys are left alone in this room. You have 3 days' time to whip this village into shape, fighting force for, you know, something to fight. There's something to protect themselves against the forces of the Demon King.
Mm-hmm.
Here's hoping that's enough time.
It's gonna have to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now at this point, you guys have been given kind of like split section type missions, and I'm not going to say that you guys have to like role play out every individual scene having done all this work, because that would probably be very, very boring.
We're gonna montage.
I don't know.
Montage.
I mean, you could have a few interactions, I'm certain, but like
Actually, montage would be so much
days of
more
doing
fun.
that.
Yeah, no, we're good with, I'm good with montaging. I can't speak for everyone, but
No, I'm not
It's a
gonna.
montage of everything that we do.
And so, we'll say that upon receiving your relative quote unquote assignments and, you know, coming up with your game plans, you part ways into your duties, and it's a rough first day, to be sure. Teaching, you know, women who have never had to deal with anything more comical before how to do proper healing on a you know, a wound or some sort of magical ailment, a task hitherto undreamt of. Rurin and the village mage. The Deku Scrub probably has the best time when it comes to their duty, but you know, it's hard, long work to make weapons of any caliber, wood or steel, and
Yeah.
in just that afternoon that you have left, you managed to put in a good, you know, 6-7 hours of work of producing. I think I'll say in that time you guys were able to produce 1 steel sword and about 5 wooden clubs.
Cool.
Yeah, and for Dorn and Tila, a bit of butting heads here and there between 2 very different styles of fighting, but of a force made up of about 20 odd men, some ranging all the way to 60-year-old, being as young as 14. You guys, you know, definitely had the second hardest position of turning farmers, marketsmen, fishermen into warriors of any kind, and the first day didn't hold a whole lot of this. And thus, you guys meet back at the inn where, you know, you were given kind of this room together by the mayor as like a base of operations for yourselves, in between that and the meeting room at the municipal building. And it's about 8:30 p.m. at night. You're settling in for, you know, bedtime, and any conversations before proper long rest.
Do we need / want to debrief, or are we all just ready to collapse?
I mean, we still haven't introduced ourselves to one another.
Fuck, I forgot names are kind of a big deal. Oh shit.
Says the nameless character.
Yes.
Clip that. Clip that.
Yeah. I guess those are kind of important. Well, I don't have one, so everybody else go for it.
Should we just call you Deku Scrub then, or Deku?
I mean,
Sprout.
Sprout?
Sprout,
works?
Deku, Scrub, whatever you guys want. Names are kind of, when actually given one, mostly given by the Kokiri. I'm not gonna lie. The rest of us are kind of like, it's the bark of that particular Deku. You know, the sound of the sound of how hollow your head is. You know, you rattle your head one way for one Deku Scrub, you rattle it another way for another. So, I mean, yeah, if you guys want to call me Deku, Sprout, whatever floats your boat, I will attempt to answer.
I'll probably stick with Sprout, just as long as, there's not very many Sprouts or Deku Scrubs over in Zora's domain, so I don't know what would be considered an insult.
I'm not gonna lie. If we want to insult each other, we tell each other that we look wilted, or like, or you look like you got a little too much water, or the great Deku abandoned you, buried under leaves, or something crazy.
Oh, don't insult their shops.
Your haircut looks awful. God abandoned you.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, it's really hard to insult.
Oh God, you're looking extra green today. Are you all right? Also,
Yeah.
Dad doesn't love you.
Yeah, pretty much. This is the joys of being a Deku. Like, it's the intent that matters. I legitimately don't like. I understand that a lot of species may have a really horrific word or a slur of some sort that you just don't call each other, like the big no-nos. We don't. Like, yeah, it's pretty much a full sentence and not like a horrific name for each other. So I'll let you know if you do happen to stumble across something that's really horrific, though, and I just didn't realize it.
Good to know.
A lot of it's kind of run by the seat of your pants nature kind of stuff that's kind of difficult to explain to anybody except for, honestly, the Gorons. They get it. Different kind of nature creatures, but they get it. Hey, Kokiri a little bit, but...
Well, actually, I don't hang out a lot with anybody, but if I did, I'd get it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, that's the thing. Kokiri are beautifully in between spirit, nature force, and Hylian species. So they're a great in between. It means I had a lot of great practice, but also not nearly enough practice for dealing with adults. That was a process. But, you know.
There's a lot to definitely learn. Just because it's different it's definitely different from the domain. But I'm Ruin. I've always helped with just, if any of the guards or anyone came back injured, I always did my best to see what I could do to help them and hopefully make the hurt stop for a little while. If not, go away completely.
That's fair. Sometimes the hurt's deeper than the wound. So, that's fair.
Well,
all right.
I suppose I can introduce myself. Name is Dorn. I used to be a part of the standing army. That's basically all you need to know.
Tila
fair enough.
raises her hand.
Yes.
So you're not a dream person.
I'm as
I
much
love
a
it.
dream person as you are a dream person.
Why is Tila
no.
specifically latched onto Doran as dream person?
No,
and not
everyone's a
the
dream
other
person.
two?
But Jordan specifically, it's like this one isn't particularly uncanny. Fish people, normal. Deku scrub, normal. A tall, kind of Kokiri looking Hylian, weird.
With age marks. What? Age?
Got some wrinkles.
I did draw
Wow.
Doran remarkably younger than I probably should have.
It's okay. She has good genes.
She do
She's
got them
very active.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, legitimately, there are a lot of people when they remain active. My grandfather looked like he drank from the fountain of youth until he was in his, well, I mean, he's like 72 now, and he's only started to look like he's actually aging. He looks like he's still in his 60s. Like, when you stay strong, age just hits different
Yeah.
when it hits a naturally active human. Or one with good genes. But then my grandma also looks younger, except for the fact that she went gray in her late 20s, so.
Right.
Anyway.
Just how we got
Sorry,
derailed there.
No, that actually is really interesting. It's just like, how do I respond
It
to
was a
this?
rabbit hole. Trying to get out of a rabbit hole is awkward sometimes. Don't worry. It might have been a very interesting rabbit hole, but it is still a rabbit hole.
And maybe we'll have that discussion another time. But is there any other conversations you guys want?
Oh,
Going to bed.
Tila hasn't introduced herself.
Oh, LMAO.
All right, so
You're
after checking to
introduced.
make sure nobody in the room is in fact a dream person, Tila goes, okay, so I'm Tila, and this is Umi, my fairy, and the fluffy one is the great blue sea of teeth and claws. I call him blue.
Blue sea of teeth and claws.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful of a name.
Well, I mean,
That is a beautifully Kokiri name.
he's a blue wolf. So and he's got teeth and he's got claws, and so yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a beautifully Kokiri name. That is very of the forest. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I overheard one of the scrubs talking about the sea and how it's blue. So that's what, and then I met Blue. So I named him after that.
That's really cute. Wait, that's really cute.
This wasn't in the lore that you gave me.
Actually, it is. Go look.
Off the world to just stare at the Kokiri. Hylia herself
Look in the
goes, wait a
lore?
second.
No, hold on a minute. Here pops in.
The floor is
I got a
flexible.
man through your teeth. This is why I never trust children. Oh boy.
Oh my god, I love it.
Trust the DM to derail the campaign, actually.
Yeah, that's part of the fun of being a DM.
Yes.
I would also like to point out that the music currently going through my headphones is the music that plays in The Owl from time.
Mm.
You know that it is the most stereotypical waste of your time soundtrack to ever be made.
Yeah.
Not to say that the scene is a waste of time, but like the me constantly
Meandering.
interrupting.
Yeah. I'm glad you
Yeah.
mentioned music because I just realized that my music had stopped. So whoops.
Mine is like just right now. Mine's like goals and shit. Like what the fuck? But no, computer, stop! You're frozen. It's layered sounds from Breath of the Wild. Okay, that's what's going on.
Fantastic. And so we're gonna say you guys go down for the night after having a rousing conversation about identities. And at this point, if you have any stamina, MP, and/or health points, they're all full storage, as any long rest should work.
Yes.
When you wake up to the classic sound of Hyrule. I can't replicate the noise with my mouth because it's a fucking flute. But
Understandable. That is a very difficult one to.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So and you get to work on the second day. Is there any like comedic interactions you guys would like to, kind of play out, or are we just kind of again montaging this day through?
Dorn is underlining the importance of a phalanx. Just stay in a line. With a shield in front of you, mighty stick out in front of that. Like
pikes in the front, swords in the back, stick it out, up, next, fire.
Yeah,
yeah, like just
the Castlevania scene from episode 2.
Like, yeah.
Meanwhile, Tila's in the.
That's how people won wars. The spear is the most important weapon.
Meanwhile, Tila's off on the other end going, all right, so if you're gonna bite someone, like the ears are really good place to do it, and go for the eyes, and shin kicks are a really good idea, unless they don't have, unless they're a stall, and in which case just give them to the puppy.
There's
Give them to the puppy.
There's one 14-year-old, 3 15-year-old, and about 2 17-year-olds that are standing in front of you, listening to you say this and questioning if they're going to live to see tomorrow.
I'm gonna kind of go for a wander because I'm gonna do some shields and stuff, but I also think it would be really great for all sides to also have, I don't know, a bit of a experience of going against something that is much shorter and definitely not Hylian. And so I'm just gonna come up and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna run into the backs of their knees. Show them the importance of going for the knees.
Okay, so
I'm not even gonna let them know I'm there. I'm just gonna come up.
Is
and
this
just
like purely RP, just funny moment, or do you want to actually this out with like checks?
Oh no, mostly RP. But I want to just come through and be like, okay, I also need to like figure out what everybody's weapons are, so we're not just mass producing, we're also like making more than or sharpening tools they already have or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna come up, roll up right behind them on their knees, and then knock one of the teenagers over, roll on top of his back, and go, so here's the importance of going for the knees. You need to also listen to the other warriors here, because I am not, but I am a scrappy woodsman. If you don't protect your knees or go for the knees, you will have problems, because bokoblins are more closer to my height. They will go for the knees.
No, actually.
I don't actually know how tall the bokoblins
The
are.
bokoblins of this world are probably comparable with Dorn.
Fuck that, never mind. But still,
No,
I mean,
you go for
honestly-
their
how
knees.
you can go for their knees.
Yeah, you go for their knees.
You know, like the 14 through 17-year-olds who, like, I mean, to be fair, you never know how tall a teenager's gonna get, but you know, like, some of them might be shorter and they might be
But also the importance of the element of surprise.
And playing dirty.
And especially playing dirty. This is not a competition. This is not some kind of this is a conquest. Well, on their side, don't get it wrong. It's not like
I may have set up a village-wide Home Alone situation.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Oh
by
yeah,
30
if you think I wasn't going to talk about fortifications at our next meeting, you were
How
right.
many metal buckets do we have? And how much rope?
right?
Do we
Oh yeah,
have thumbtacks?
all the thumbtacks. Some form of electricity, maybe some choo-choo jelly of some sort. Oh yeah.
We're gonna heat every doorknob in the village with spells.
But yeah, no. I'm gonna also over to Dorn's side. I'm gonna double check with Dorn first because I know that was something when you're literally with the children, like learning how to fight dirty. That's an important element of surprise kind of thing. I don't want to just rush into Dorn and like ruin her schedule that I'm sure she has all done and planned out.
Dorn has been established as scary aunt.
Yeah, a little bit. It's also, but it's not like I'm afraid. This is very much I want to respect the way you're doing things. And it's important to have all of the different parts and moving pieces and just be like, do you mind if I come in and do an element of surprise on how to, so that way you can teach how to come against the chaos.
If you're okay with one of them hitting you in the head accidentally. They're still a little
saw
jumpy.
what happened to my head against the Redeads, right? These people cannot do a damn thing to my skull. I'm not concerned. At all. They aren't Redeads. This will be fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna go through it. I'm pretty much gonna be like, all right, everybody, so I'm gonna teach you what to do when you're not against a full army. And you'll never know where I'm coming. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna go just kind of wander around and then suddenly bowl into the backs of some of their knees or their sides and see how they react to that.
Sure. And in the midst of all this happening, this hilarious charade of Dorn trying so seriously to train these soldiers, knowing there's no time to, beat this into them thoroughly enough. Tila giving the strangest of advice, and the Deku Scrub trying to be genuinely helpful in probably the most bizarre way. Ruben, in your classes of training the woman how to be, medicine, a little bit of arcana medicine type stuff to, prepare them for, the casualties of a siege. The mage of the village pulls you aside and is like, listen, I'm clearly not as strong as you when it comes to spell casting. I'm kind of a pretty basic mage, but clearly you have some prowess, and I want you to take something. I don't know if you'll be around for the defense of our village or not, but I'd hate to see this fall into enemy hand. He takes you into a back room of his hut, and in the back room under the floorboards, he, pulls a carpet aside, pulls up a kind of like cellar door, and down in this little small cutout in the ground, he pulls out a chest. And in the chest, there is a fire wand with 3 charges. Sorry. Not fire. It was ice. That was the one. Sorry. I don't know why I said fire. It was ice wand with 3 charges. I will give you the full spec rundown on what this item can actually do on a later date. But just wanted to let you know that's they got the fish. That's fine.
I do still quote that just randomly, like day to day.
You're just at work typing away on your computer, like, thank God, thank Kylie, the fish knows fire.
It's a very great.
It's a perfect quote. It's a perfect quote.
Yeah. I'm so glad I clipped it.
But yeah, so he like holds out this wand to you, and it's up to you whether you take it or not. But
I'll look surprised since I didn't expect to receive anything like this. But I would definitely accept the one. Like, I will keep this from enemy hands. Don't worry, I will keep this safe. Thank you.
May the goddess smile upon us both. And then they walk out of the room, returning to their, as it were, with this. And unless anybody else has any other interaction to do, we can kind of skip past day 2.
No.
As soon as lunch hits, I'm gonna just go back to helping the blacksmiths, any of the smiths, and making weapons, sharpening whatever's already there, etc., etc.
Sure. And you guys, settle in for the next night. The next morning is when things kick into gear. It's day 3, and on day 1, unbeknownst to you guys, the mayor of this town had sent out his fastest man to head north and try to get a surveillance on if anything was on its way toward town. And today was the day that he returned. After over 24 hours of being away, he enters the village, tired and out of breath, clearly having run a great distance back. He runs straight to the municipal building, bursts open the doors to see the mayor pacing around, and the mayor, and you guys are there kind of going over your progress with the mayor, and all of you turn to see this man enter the room in a fury. 50 monsters. Days out. They'll be here by tomorrow morning. And then he just kind of drops to his knee, clearly exhausted. The mayor rushes to him and kind of puts his hand around his shoulder. Good work, son. It's not actually his son. He's just kind of... And he just helps the guy to his feet, sits him down at the desk, turns to the 4 of you. Well, the consequences of our actions are on their way. Of course, you have one more day, so use it wisely, I suppose.
And at least I... yeah, maybe. That's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
I know at least I will... I'm assuming we'll stay here and face them with you, but I also don't want to speak for everybody else. That's apparently a rude thing to do.
I mean, we've still got all of today, and they should be here by tomorrow morning, he said, so
yeah,
should still be here.
I figured, but I also,
Tila, who had taken out her water skin to give to the poor scout who probably desperately needs some water, she looks over to the mayor and goes, I want to stay, but you said we had to leave today.
Tomorrow, I think.
Well, that was tomorrow, because we've still got a day to go through. We've only done 2 days of training.
Well, like at the end of the day, he said we had to leave after the 3rd day. So if they're gonna be here tomorrow.
My exact wording was, you only had to stay.
I also misunderstood. That's my bad.
Yeah, same.
Okay, yeah, I can beat up some monsters.
Oh, well.
Yeah, okay.
For that, I'd be very grateful.
It'll be a hell of a fight, but I mean, hey, it'll get the blood pumping.
I mean, did you see what I did with those bokoblins the other day? I'm really good at beating up monsters. And protecting villages, because I did that back home.
And I mean,
honestly it's gonna make me feel better to see you guys be able to protect yourselves with our help. I'm not just gonna sit here and watch you, but it make me feel better knowing that we're not leaving you high and dry when we do go off to do whatever the fuck the goddess Hylia wanted us to do.
The goddess Hylia spoke to what?
Dora's just gonna cough very loudly.
I don't know. I guess I just assumed that if we all magically walk out in this area.
You know what? You're all crazy. It's not worth it.
Dorn is just giving this man the eye contact of just like, whatever they say is bullshit. You know this by now. It is true. It's just
I'm
like,
a
this
spirit
is
being.
my suffering that I have put on myself. Don't feel the obligation to engage yourself with it.
Another perk
You know
of
what?
us
That's fair.
staying means that if they need to flee, we can help buy them time.
Yeah.
Yes. But
No, but for that, I'd be very grateful.
We like traps.
Not me working the title of
Alright.
this session. I worked the campaign title in. Joey, shut up! You dork!
Roll credits.
It hadn't even clicked until I said that.
Cinema sins fucking.
Oh, fuck it. I love when that happens.
No, I also
unless
really
you
love when they do it. I love it so much.
Unless
Thank
you
you
really
for
hit it on the
this
head.
moment.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Beautiful.
final day of training and doing and all that jazz. I'll say by midday, Dorn, you can make an appreciable account that there's been marginal improvement in these men. They're not soldiers, but they're ready to fight. They're organized. They're stronger. So who knows?
Ooh,
Maybe
give me a second.
Uh-oh.
yeah,
No, it's all good.
we'll
It's
spend.
just family getting home, so I'm gonna close my door. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can
Sorry.
I have?
Continue.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I have Tila take the teenagers? She's gonna really drill them with how to use a sword, the first half of the day, and then maybe take them through the village the second half and show them how to climb over things, but also make traps.
Yeah, that's
Sure,
what I was
yeah.
going to do.
This
with it.
is
Yeah.
this is
Afternoon as well.
probably the most mature, most serious you've ever seen out of Tila. They seem very hyper focused on this task at the moment, and the
They
teenagers
feel
even
more like
seem,
they've been around.
yeah. Suddenly the childlike to not have fully evaporated, but have been dimmed a bit, to the point where it's like, okay, this is they're not a child. They're a spirit that has whimsy, but also knows how to get serious, and it shows in this moment. Of is it a bit of a weird scenario for them to be these teenagers how to make Home Alone style traps throughout the town, kinda, but also at the same time, those are gonna help. So, and they're doing their absolute best. In the midst of training, Dorn, you get pulled aside by that same scout that came back to the town to warn you, and he says to you, "Listen, we got another ace up our sleeve that they really know about, and I've kind of kept hidden from everybody, even the mayor. But you might just be the key to, using it to its full effect.
Go on.
Follow me." And he leads you down a couple pathways towards the main gate of the town, and there's a small storehouse off to the right side of the gate of the town. And there's a pulley system. You can see there's a pulley system to bring heavy stuff up onto the this is a stone gateway, so to speak, with a wooden fence around the village. And and so in the storehouse, he opens the door that had a padlock on it. And upon opening the door and removing a sheet, you can see they have a single slug heavy ball cannon, medieval-esque style. And he presents it as all the people who knew how to use dead, but maybe a knight like you could maybe, I don't know, we got ammunition for it, we got the stuff. And he pulls a couple more sheets off the wall to show 18 ball bearings, a couple boxes of gunpowder, enough to operate this cannon on a couple uses for sure. And he looks at you, like, please.
Just kind of put a hand on his shoulder reassuringly and be just like, this is definitely going to help. You did well with all of your reconnaissance as well. This is very critical for protecting all the people here.
He nods, kind of beaming that, someone as seasoned as you is giving him praise. And I'll say you probably spend a good chunk of the afternoon kind of getting that cannon set up and in position, as that's a task for two that would take a hot minute.
Yes. Yeah.
And yes.
Can I also we'll just set it up in like whatever is the most main gate that they're in the direction that they're coming. Yeah. But I guess I don't know what the topography is necessarily outside of this village, but just cut down every single tree in the way, like
that's
between us and them.
There's like one tree every like 100 feet in Hyrule
right.
Field, so it's pretty open. There's a slight hill dipping, like the village kind of sits up on a bit of a hill, nothing like too steep, but enough that like after a good 15-20 feet you begin to see a noticeable decline in altitude, so it's kind of like you can't shoot them until you can see the white of their which is something that you kind of take a mental note of. But yeah, so and then so I mean you guys are all reaching critical points. I'll say one of the sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say one thing I'm definitely going to have, that Ruin would definitely do before the end of the day, is she'd also make sure that the boats are at least, able to float. There's no patches that need to be done, anything of that nature, so that they're in the water, they're ready to go, just in case things take a turn for the bad.
Yeah, and you notice that there's 4 boats total, 3 rowboats, and then 1 skiff. I don't know if you're familiar with what boats actually look like, but a skiff is typically a smaller boat with a single sail, and so enough to carry all of the village children out in the event of a complete and utter catastrophe. Yeah, and so I mean at this point there's not much more left to be handled. You've done, by the time the evening comes, you've done as much prep as you can, and now it's get as good a night's rest as you can before tomorrow.
Barricade as much as physically possible.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll say that you guys, you do your best to kind of reinforce walls and places you might think it's weak, block off some of the other entrances, bottleneck them, throw up some simple barricades, especially behind the cannon, where if that position gets overrun, then they have to kind of like get around those. The traps are laden amongst the main path towards the center of the village, where in the event of a full frontal assault, they'll basically meet you in the square. Is the way you guys have kind of set it up, and if you need a stronghold to defend, the municipal building is your last hope. And yeah, you guys have done a phenomenal job preparing them. And the mayor visits you guys in your room in this inn that he's given you, and he throws about 20 rupees a piece to each of you. And he's like, you guys have gone above and beyond for this small town. Any other group probably would have read the writing on the wall and just dipped out with no care. So a small reward, as much as we could scrounge up for you, because well, maybe you crazy bastards will change the world one day. Who knows?
As long as we can keep it alive till the hero wakes up again. That's kind of
The who?
yeah. There's gonna be more to that sentence, and it got lost somewhere inside the coconut. I'm not gonna lie, but
I got lost
I
somewhere.
appreciate
Gets a
the
look again.
encouragement.
I'll take your word on that. And with that, he takes his leave. Yeah, and I think that's a great place to call it. The night before the Great Siege.
If there's 50 some odd monsters coming our way, that's gonna be a fun way to start the next session.
I know,
I mean,
right? Next
honestly,
session's gonna be such a...
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, obviously, the next session, to wrap up this session in particular, the camera pans away from pans out through the window up into the sky as it begins to rain. The night, the storm before the calm. Wink. And that does officially wrap up this session. When it comes to next session, I'll kind of give you a briefing off stream as to what that'll actually look like gameplay wise, so you're not completely caught off. You will not have to fight all 50 goblins.
What?
So. What was the whole RP for? If you were training all these people and you were gonna take them all by yourself. Hey, like
He was just ready to scrap. That's all.
Yeah, I got
it. Itching for a fight. But God, this is awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Guys, thank
Thank
you
you.
again, Mila,
Thank you.
for Amelia for running this campaign and being a wonderful DM. And everyone on stream,
Yeah.
go follow Amelia and Senothu too.
Hold on, wait, no, go follow Mill and Spells.
No.
Hush. Yes.
Go follow Spells and Sunny.
Hey,
Not
no.
follow me.
LOL.
If you can find me, have fun.
No, do not challenge it. That is not a challenge. That is not a challenge, but we do give...
And
That sounds like a
Take that
challenge to
back.
me.
Do not follow me. I will know, and I will hunt you in the forest.
As someone who has played... Yeah, we played Fire Tag together, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, as someone who's played Fire Tag with Owl, don't take Owl up on that one. You will lose.
Survival skills expert.
Lord.
People pay me to teach them how to sneak up on people.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
Fuck, this was... I needed this so bad. Like, after the way in the month between the last session, I've had so many things happen, and I'm like, from reality, and this was perfect. Oh my God.
Glad that we could help you out a bit. We had a good time.
I had
yeah.
a rough month, but I'm happy to know that we were able to make it better for you.
Yeah.
You guys are the absolute best. This was you guys are genuinely so fun. You guys are like, what's funny is I set up these scenarios and I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, okay, I'm used to like RPers who take situations seriously. And maybe they'll throw like a quick like one joke in there, but no, you guys take your like the kind of like joke parts of your character so seriously, and I love it so much.
Oh,
You
it's
know,
fun.
thank you. I
You got
appreciate
it. It's the flaws, quote unquote. It's the bits that are not perfect that
Exactly.
make them interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, when I have moments that are just as... Sometimes my brain feels a little bit like it's an empty coconut, so... it works out real great.
Method.
I wish not.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, sometimes it feels like I have like 5 different characters talking to me.
I get that. The joys of
Yeah.
ADHD. You're like, please stop.
Oh boy. Well,
The person who runs long volunteer groups. I am well acquainted with trying to get a whole bunch of group of adults to do anything, no matter how simple.
You know what? That makes sense, and it works perfect with Dorn.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, I'll act like just fill the silence and then be like, wait, I need an actual adult help. Especially,
I need an
especially
adult. I need an adultier adult.
Yeah, right?
Exactly. Especially with a sprout that's like, I have basic ideas, but I don't know how to deal with actual entire groups of people like this. It's perfect. I'm a shopkeeper. I am not a warrior.
Yeah, right?
I love it took us so long to go through and introduce ourselves, our characters to each other.
I know,
couldn't
that
remember
took
if we
me
did it
days.
in Realm or not.
Every D&D campaign that's ever existed, because what's really funny is that the 2+ year long campaign that I'm in now, our characters still know nothing about each other. Like, we've been traveling in world for like 4 months together, and we like, some people don't know each other's names, we don't know anything about each other's backstories or motivation. It's so disjointed, and it's hilarious that it took it. Like, there was a literal point where it was like, wait, what's your character's name? Like, in real life, we didn't know each other's name.
Whoops.
Nice.
Oh my god.
That's great.
Whoops, Daisy.
It was actually so problematic that I noticed a plot hole because one of my friends is playing a high elf wizard, but
Oh.
they thought they had chosen the class half elf. And so I was like, wait a minute, you're an old high elf? That would make you like 550, 600 years old. And he's like, oh, I guess you're right, because that is how old like high elves live in 5e. And the DM was like, wait, no, he's a half elf. And I'm like, nope, look at his race. That's high elf. And he's like,
Ooh.
fuck, because him being that old ruins the plot because of something that happened 500 years ago that he would be old enough to remember.
Oh, wow.
So
That's what you used to brain damage.
we had to, yeah, so what's funny,
Alzheimer's.
so we had to rewrite it where it's like, okay, he's actually like 250, which is about like like young adult ish kind of. Elf ages are weird, but he appears old because he's addicted to crystals.
Nice.
It's okay. He just has Alzheimer's disease. It's fine.
Alzheimer's. That's nasty. That's a nasty pun.
No,
That's
we love the
fantastic.
puns. We appreciate all the puns.
I'm trying to think of
I'm also gonna really quick. I'm gonna send the full rendered picture of the Ghirahim drawing into the useful images and stuff chat, because obviously it got crunched by
yeah, more.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Roll20 is a totally functional website.
yeah, and it doesn't ever ruin image quality. Of course not.
Okay, no, you threw him out there. I was like, you're him.
I mean, I
That's
get
a
my
nice
scar. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
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 No.
But yes, no, it definitely did like stretch him sideways. Very funny one.
I was very
That
jealous. He
much
looked,
better.
he looked wide.
Yeah.
He looked wide.
Putin meme, but with Ghirahim. Oh my god, that'd be fucking amazing.
Right.
I need an animation on my Deathbound Day. I do realize that's some, but
Oh.
oh boy, yeah. But if that's session's over, people are looking to end or move on at least.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Oh, how many tokens did
and-
we get today, by the way?
Oh, right.
Yeah, token.
I'll say you get 3 tokens
Perfect.
because
Woo.
Triforce. So, you didn't do that much combat. It was a lot of like RP stuff. So I was like, all right.
No, for sure.
What did I give you guys for the last session? Because I don't even remember.
4.
4. That's fine.
I should probably be better about tokens.
I mean,
We'll figure that out next time. I mean,
Fair.
50 bokoblins. That's got to be worth at least.
Gotta be worth more than one.
All right. We're gonna be XP farming.
well, the tokens,
One of those Minecraft spawn exploits in here.
Dorn's
you find
here
a spawner?
XP farming, but also aura farming, just standing there with a bloody blade on like top of like a mountain of bodies, like back to an explosion. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
cannon
yeah.
going off behind.
well, the tokens in this game aren't strictly like linked to, oh, you killed this many things. It's more of what you did in the session itself.
and I mean, lore-wise, very important session.
Yes. And we got those scrolls, so like, are those our hero tokens?
I mean, if you wanted to, like, you know, see them as like a physical manifestation of the token, sure. They were more so just like instructions, but
I mean, that's kind of how the system works, though, is like, because it's meant to mimic that in-game key item inventory thing.
to the people who developed this game system, ow. But also, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello.
that's fair.
There's, we're always allowed to file off serial numbers in different places should they need to be, if they are deemed necessary.
Yeah, for
Listen.
sure.
I'll be so real with you guys. Every villain or every fight or like monster fight I come up with, thing that I like think up in like 5 minutes. It's like I pick an enemy from the game that I like and go, okay, to a D&D monster.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fair.
it works real
that's
nice
what I
for,
do.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
It just works nice to just be able to be like, we just make up a story, just, whoa, here's the next thing.
Mhm.
Kind to the DM and fun
It's
for
also
us.
it's fun to keep you guys on your toes. You never know what you're
Yeah.
gonna see next.
I
Yeah.
was not expecting a nice one.
Yeah, it was funny. I chose like I knew it was gonna be a nice one, and I think it's because I gave it to you. Brain was like, yeah, fire.
Fireball.
because Fireball. And then it was like, no, they already have fireball. And I was like, what's the other element in Ocarina of Time? It like took me so long because electricity technically doesn't exist, but maybe we'll incorporate it eventually. I was like,
fair.
what's the other element? And then my brain was like, ice. Ice is the other element.
Well, Gearhab's here, so anything goes.
That is
Yeah.
true. Blending together Skyward Sword and but with this plot, because I was like, originally there wasn't gonna be kind of like a BBEG, just like an idea of
electricity
like
does
something you
exist.
need to stop. Doesn't?
Yeah, in Ocarina of Time, the Baronade, inside Jabu Jabu's belly with all the electric nastiness.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate
Well,
that
there
fight.
you go.
That fight hurts.
I
Yeah,
thought you
no,
had-
it does.
You were attacked by something in the real world. You said it with such vehemence.
You sound like Studio Map. What do you mean? What do you mean I sound like Studio Mappa?
Oh,
What is
okay. We've got a hydrate, a chat posture check, and a stretch time. Thank you, love.
I will do all those off stream.
I just cracked my neck stretching. So.
Oh my
ow.
god.
Oh,
Dang. Oh.
ooh. That sounds like a bad cracker neck too.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts.
I wasn't trying to cause physical damage. I was
Physical damage.
Yeah, apparently I caused both mental and physical damage with that one.
I also this stream is getting cut short a little bit by I'm tired as fuck.
Yeah.
You are valid, honey.
He's
You've been up for ages. I think that's a
Are you
valid.
sure you'll be okay to lore whore with us today, Mel?
I'll be just dandy.
All right. Well, it
The way
sounds
I
like
just
we.
fixed my computer with a I highly believe that look.
You can't tell that I'm actually breathing on camera.
Oh my god, Mel.
Okay, I think that's a surefire sign that I need to end this. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna deafen and I'm gonna end.
Do we want to do a group raid?
We could.
Good question. Do you guys have somebody in mind?
I mean, I was
I
thinking
know
of raiding
that's-
Katsuoka because Katsuoka's playing Tears of
Okay.
the Kingdom, but
Sure.
Hell yeah!
That'd be
Send me that.
appropriate.
Hold on. Okay, I have so many tabs open.
all right, I'm sending it in the Discord. A link to
Disquad.
Katsuoka. Yeah, Discord.
Squad.
Katsuoka.
I don't know.
Is this the
why.
first time playing through this? Oh, it is.
Yes,
oh!
it is. Yeah.
Oh my goshness!
Yeah, and I figured, like, you know, that's a she's a good target because of that.
Whoa.
Good target.
That sounds
Yeah.
concerning,
Okay.
but yes.
We're beginning the raid. Everybody, go say hi to the new person. Do not give them any
Have a good-
spoilers.
Yeah, no spoiler, no backseating unless they ask.
Precisely.
And
Behave.
then as well, everybody have a good night. Make sure you hydrate, you eat, you go do the shit you gotta go do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, make sure you
hit up
follow
all
the other people,
classics.
Shush.
Yeah. And as always, I don't know if I still have it pasted. No, I definitely don't anymore. But if you're in my Discord, you can find, that works too. You have a command for the YouTube
I
channel.
have a
That's
command
fantastic.
for it now. Yeah, so go check out.
The
I'm
link
gonna
to the
yoink that, by the way.
Rolling Fiction
Spells,
YouTube
I'm gonna
channel.
yoink that.
Edited versions of the VODs do get put up there with a official intro to, as well as cutting down some of the stuff that does not necessarily belong. I promise my editing skills will get better. I promise. I just practice probably, but
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Station 0 is up now if you're looking for more content, and then there are other campaigns on that channel as well. So shameless plug, but my
Yes.
thing's gonna automatically raid in seconds. Everybody
All
say hi to this new person. Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Right now. Stop stream.